Hello Internet, my name is Shannon and these are a few of my favorite things.
When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things and then I don't feel so bad.
Hello everyone and welcome to my very first favorites video. Today I'll be sharing with you everything I loved in August, from news stories, to beauty items, to food, to music, and books. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. So the first thing I want to talk about today is some of the best news stories from the past couple of months. News tends to skew very negative, especially in the last couple of months with things like natural disasters and terrorism in North Korea. So I decided to pull out 5 positive news stories from the last couple of months to remind us all that good things do happen in the world. So the first piece of positive news from this month is that Malala Yousafzai, I think I pronounced that right, was accepted into Oxford University. If you don't already know, Malala Yousafzai is one of the most inspiring people that I've ever heard of in the news. She grew up in Pakistan amongst horrific things, but still grew up to be an incredible activist for women, children, and education. If anyone deserves to get into Oxford, it is definitely her. So congratulations. The second piece of positive news was probably the biggest news story of August, and that was the total solar eclipse that hit the United States. While it was only a partial solar eclipse where I'm living right now, it was still incredible to watch it on TV and see all these people finally coming together for some positive news and science. The next piece of positive news is the casting of Jodie Whittaker as the next Doctor in the program Doctor Who. If you're a fan of sci-fi or British programs and you love Doctor Who, this is some very exciting news. Jodie Whittaker will be the very first female Doctor, and I, for one, am very excited to watch the new season. In tech news, Google has introduced a new feature. Now, if you Google the word depression, you'll be brought to a questionnaire that'll help you decipher whether you're just feeling sad or if you have signs of clinical depression. It's called the PHQ-9, and it will be very helpful for those of us that like to Google our symptoms, because mental health, especially depression, is just as important as our physical health. Now, hopefully, all these people who are feeling depressed can go and see a doctor and seek the help that they need. Finally, in entertainment news, Ed Skrein stepped down from his role as Ben Daimyo in the upcoming Hellboy reboot. The character Ben Daimyo was written in the comic books as a Japanese American, and Ed Skrein is a white British actor. So amongst backlash for the repeated whitewashing of Hollywood, Ed Skrein did something unprecedented when he stepped down from his role to allow it to be recast for someone more culturally and ethnically appropriate. This is an incredibly important step for the inclusion and diversity in Hollywood. Those are all my positive news stories from this month, and I hope that they reminded you that good things do happen in the world. So now let's move on to my own personal favorites. We're going to start my favorites with a classic favorites video, beauty fave. So this month I have been loving bright pink lipstick, like the one that I'm wearing today. For me, it's my summer version of a statement red lipstick. It makes me feel powerful and put together. My 2 favorites are very inexpensive drugstore varieties. One is a CoverGirl lipstick in 325 Spellbound, and the other I purchased more recently and is a matte version of pretty much the same color and what I'm wearing on my lips today, which is a L'Oreal lip color in 712 Matte Mandate. Both of them are under $10, so if you love hot pink lipstick, you should definitely check these 2 out. They make me feel empowered, put together, and ready to take on the world. My fashion favorite this month isn't an article of clothing, but rather a type of shopping. I have been really into thrift shopping this month now that I'm back home and out of the very expensive London. One of my favorite thrift store finds is this top. I've been really into button-down short sleeve shirts with really fun patterns. I love color in the summer, and I love that thrift shopping is inexpensive, good for the environment, and good for the community.
Hey, knock one more. Can we go thrift shopping?
What?
So now that I'm finished with school, and the only full-time job I have is the search for a full-time job, I have a lot of time on my hands. And when I have a lot of time on my hands, I like to do things with my hands. And so I've been doing a lot of DIYs. From home DIYs, like these beautiful pictures I put up on the wall, to clothing DIYs like you saw in last week's video. And basically, I've just been putting patches on everything. I really love those iron-on patches. I've also been loving a DIY channel on YouTube called The Sorry Girls. They're two girls from Canada and they make the most unique DIYs. So if you're as into DIYing as I am right now, you should definitely check them out. Speaking of searching for a job, my favorite website this week was a job search website called Indeed.com. You may have already heard of Indeed if you're looking for a job, or you turn on the TV because they have a lot of commercials. But I can tell you from experience, not that I've gotten a job yet, they are definitely my favorite job search site. Indeed tends to have the most jobs. It has all the ones from Glassdoor and Monster and Career Builder, plus more. And oftentimes the emails I get about jobs take me to Indeed. So if you are looking for a job, definitely check out Indeed.com. It's super helpful. And if you're looking for an employee, my next favorite this month is a workout. Since I'm back home and don't currently have a gym membership, I've been doing all of my exercising at home. Now most days I like to go out for a run in the morning, but it has been sweltering hot and humid this summer. So I've been doing a lot of workouts at home in the air conditioning. And my personal favorite is Tone It Up. They have a YouTube channel and a website, and they have some awesome workouts you can do at home with just free weights or your own body weight. Not only do they have amazing workouts, but they've also built this community of women supporting other women, and I am totally down for that. So if you're looking for a new at-home workout, definitely check out Tone It Up. My next favorite this month is a book that I just started. Now that I'm not constantly reading for class or my dissertation, I can finally read for pleasure. And so this month I've been enjoying this book called Hitmakers: The Science of Popularity in the Age of Distractions by Derek Thompson. As a media student, I find it fascinating to understand how things become popular or go viral. Favorite this month is a few songs. The first one you may recognize if you watched my Despacito video, and it's a Spanish language song called Felices los Cuatro by Maluma.
Si conmigo te quedas, o con otro tú te vas.
My favorite English song from the past few months is Figures by Jessie Reyez. It's a beautiful song, although it does have a few bad words in it, so if you're opposed to cussing, definitely be careful with this one. But I personally think it's an awesome song and that she is very cool.
Figures, I gave you right today and you gave me games. Love.
Following with all the time I've had on my hands this past month, I have been binging some TV shows on Hulu and Netflix. And one of my favorites this month has been Rizzoli and Isles. I've always been a huge fan of crime procedural dramas, from Bones to Castle to CSI. Not only is it an awesome crime procedural drama, but it focuses on two female characters and their friendships, instead of the team dynamic or the love interest of a lot of other dramas. This makes the show a little bit different and definitely more interesting for me. Final favorite this month is a little bit of a random one. I have been seriously obsessed with watermelon this month. From my watermelon lip color to watermelon in my shirts to a delicious smelling watermelon candle from Bath & Body Works. Even my mom likes it and she hates candles. I've got watermelon lip scrub from Ulta, watermelon gum, and you might have seen my watermelon wall decor that even lights up. So if you're like me and you're not quite ready for summer to be over, you can still relish in the deliciousness of summer watermelon. You know, before all that pumpkin spice craziness. So those are all of my favorite things from this past month. I hope this entertained you and gave you a little bit of inspiration for some things to try in those last dog days of summer. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this. And please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you've been loving this month. Any positive news stories, food items, whatever it is, I'm always looking for some new inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye!